Hello. The next series of videos you will watch, I will be posting on Thursdays. I'm going to be calling it Throwback Thursday. And these are videos that I had originally posted for instructional purposes on my old YouTube channel. They did decently well, especially for somebody who wasn't maintaining a YouTube channel at the time. I hope you enjoy. Hello, class. Welcome to the remake of my box and whisker plot video on how to do it on Google Sheets. By now, I've become a little bit more of an expert. I know how to set this up without very little flaws, and if you ever watched my previous video, you know there was a big microphone spike in the middle of it. Hopefully that won't happen this time. So box and whisker plots are created when using the 5-number summary. That's the minimum, the median, the maximum, and quartile 1 and quartile 3. And if you don't know what those are, the minimum is quite simply the smallest value. The maximum is quite simply the largest value. Median is the middle number. That's when we put them all in a row and we eliminate from left to right until we get to the middle value. And if we have 2 values left over, we find the average of the 2. Now, the quartile 1 is simply the median between, it's the median between the minimum and the median. And I'll actually write quartile 3, the same way quartile 3 is the median between the median and the max. So in this situation, we'd find the min, we'd find the max, then we'd find the middle number, and then between these two values, we'd find the median of this interval, and we'd find the median of this interval. That essentially breaks the data up into 4 equal groups. So now, Google Sheets is a little weird because it does not require the median. I do not know why. I guess you'd have to be a programmer to know that for sure. So really, it just uses the 4 numbers, and I'm actually going to calculate the median somewhere else. In fact, actually, I will put it right here. So it's with the rest of the data. Now, it does still require 5 columns, and it'll tell you this if you ever mess this part up. It requires a 5th column to be text, so I just usually go with the title. Now, this was data my students collected. This is how many siblings do you have? For the minimum, we can look and see that there's zeros. Otherwise, we can go with our minimum formula. Enter. Scroll back over. Maximum, there was one person with 25 siblings. That is... I don't want to know how that's possible, but I'm not judging. So 25, no, we don't want to autofill. And then quartile 1. So quartile 1, it's the quartile formula. You select your data. And then I need to put in a comment. I want to tell it that I'm searching for the first quartile. So I put a comma 1. And then same for quartile 3. I type out quartile. I select all my data. Comma 3. Now, I always like to ask my students, quartile 1, quartile 3, where's quartile 2? The median is quartile 2, and there you can either, and I'll show this to you, use the median formula to find it, or you can use the quartile formula. I actually have a student right now who loves to do this, comma 2, and you can see you get the same answer. Now, once you've got these set up, you're going to go ahead and select these data. This part is very important. You need to select this. It'll go by a lot more smoothly. Select the data and insert chart. Now, a lot of times I get a bar graph. On rare occasions, I get very lucky and I get a box and whisker plot. Now, if you're searching for chart type, you're not going to find box and whisker chart. What you will find is a candlestick chart. And then you can see there's my box and whisker. Now, the thing I don't like about it is it labels it vertically instead of horizontally. I've tried to find a way to reverse that. I've never been able to find a way. If you know of a way, please leave it in the comments section. Now, this is why I leave the median and calculate it anyway. So I can imagine my 3 is probably going to be right about there. I still have that value, and I can imagine the 4 groups being broken up equally. Now, sometimes there is a glitch, or what I think of as a glitch that happens. You go and you set it up, and you get this in return. It says requires at least 5 columns, but only 2 provided. Well, it took me a while to figure out why this was happening. what's happening is the data is not filled in. And the reason why it's not is because it's depending, the way we set this up, it's depending on the numbers being in a row, whereas we have this box checked, switch rows and columns. Now, I did this on purpose, but sometimes it just does it for you. All you got to do is unclick it, and you have your box and whisker plot. Thanks for watching.